Hello, hello. Welcome, badasses. So glad that you came back for more. So, to pick up where we are going today, I'm going to go back to where we left off the other day, which was about our goals and facing our fears of failure, success, that type of thing, and how to get these goals off the ground. Well, coaches, you see, we are here to get the answers that you're finding inside of you as well as to set up an action plan to get you to your goal. But what good would it be if we didn't hold you accountable? That is what coaches do. We set you up for another appointment. Maybe it's in a few days, maybe it's in a week. And we go across that action plan that we help you set up. And we make sure that we got a step closer to achieving that goal. That's what the accountability part's about. A couple of years back, I was actually a center director for a pretty well known weight loss company. And each week, we were brick and mortar. So each week, the client would come on in for a scheduled appointment where they would pick up their food as well as talk to a coach about how their week went on their diet. Did they lose? Did they gain? What went on? Well, whenever we had someone come on in that had a really good week. They were really looking forward to seeing us and to stepping on that scale to see how they did. However, when they didn't have such a hot week, a lot of times we got a little bit of a cancellation going on, or, there was a lot of different little excuses as to why the week wasn't a good week for them. And that's where we're going with this today with the accountability. Why wasn't it a good week? What halted you or stopped you from moving forward with the action plan that you had set up? And there's so many different reasons that people go to. Maybe things got really hectic with work or family or anything along that line, or maybe they just didn't feel like doing it. Okay. Either way, the action plan didn't get achieved. And that is where we're talking about accountability, not just for your goals, but it's something in life, okay? That today is another area that I feel that is really, really lacking. A lot of people that are lacking some emotional intelligence, uh, they don't feel the need to apologize or to take accountability. And a lot of times that will line up with not getting a lot of respect. And basically, these are qualities we should already possess, okay, in this life. And we need to know when to use them. What is accountability going to do for us? Well, it's going to show your true character. It shows who you are. It shows your integrity in so many different aspects of life. But that accountability is going to help you achieve success. So, when I go into achieving the success, this is something that you want to make that commitment to yourself, that commitment to self that you're going to follow through with those action plans. So, whatever we came up with the other day, which was your goal, I'm hoping that you can commit to self so that by the next time you're listening to another one of these podcasts, that you're able to say, yes, I did that. I did exactly that. And you can do that with talking to a friend, talking to a coach. You can even just write things down on a piece of paper, goals for the day, cross them off as you go. It really doesn't matter what your method is, as long as you're doing two things, crossing those goals off and getting there. And the other part is really celebrating that you did it. It doesn't mean that you go, like if you're doing weight loss, that you go have cake or pie. But it does mean that you go and maybe buy yourself a little treat, or, maybe you just do your nails, or, meet up with a friend, or anything to just celebrate your success. Celebrating success when it comes to goals is so important. It reminds us that we achieved something, that we did a good job. And we don't really need anybody else to tell us we did the good job. We have to know that we did it, and we reward ourselves. But if we didn't have accountability, how would we reach that reward? We wouldn't. We'd just be constantly not making that goal be achieved. It would just continually just kind of be left over to the left. Um, Another piece about the accountability. So many times when we are facing this accountability, like I was saying earlier in the weight loss scenario, when people know that they didn't do so well, right? They're kind of ashamed. They're not feeling good about what went on during the week or how they fell off their plan. And again, it doesn't have to be with weight loss, it can be with any type of goal that you want to achieve. And you didn't stick to it. You just didn't stick to the path for whatever reason. You know that you have to go and either talk to somebody or pick up that piece of paper and cross those things off the list. A very good friend of mine, I'm going to deviate for a second. Her name's Athena. And we've been friends for a really, really long time. And she had been going through a little bit of personal issues a little while back, and we were talking, and I was trying to help her out with a little bit of coaching. I'm not going to say for what, but just to help her out. And we got her up, we got her going, and she had a certain list of things she had to do by the time I spoke to her that Saturday. Well, Friday come along, and she didn't have it done. And she knew that I was calling her the next day, and she says, "Oh no, oh no, I'm up the creek without a paddle, and the queen is going to be calling me." And sure enough, she's telling me about it the next day. But she pushed herself. What she did, her knowing that I was going to be calling, pushed her to the level to at least get some of it done. Not all of it, but some of it. And that is exactly what we have to do is we might not get everything that we want to accomplish done in a day, in a couple days, a week, a month, or even a year. But if we are making the steps to get closer to that being achieved, then we've done the job. And that is why coaches do what they do. We want to help you get to the point that you really want to be. And sometimes it's just not that easy to do it alone. So when we start doing this accountability for our goals and we also incorporate it in the rest of our lives, we actually have a great character. We're very honest, not only with ourselves, but with the other people that are around us. It just shows your integrity is very high, very strong, and that you really want to go and be the best you can be. We don't want to ever feel shame and guilt just because we weren't honest with ourselves or with someone else. So the best part of it is to really just be having that facing the music going with you. When you look at yourself and you're a little bit of ashamed because you didn't get to the point that you wanted to, you didn't achieve that goal, you feel that little bit of shame, that coach or that other person probably isn't upset with you. You're more upset with yourself than the coach or the other person is. That is something that you're feeling these bits of remorse inside of yourself. And the more that you hold yourself accountable, the less you are going to feel that way in other situations. So it doesn't have to be that you're hiding everything or that you're trying to relay everything to somebody. It's just about being straight with them, like, hey, I said I was gonna um, loan you $20 and like, thank you. I just don't have it to do. I'm sorry. When you're straight with somebody about it like that, they aren't really upset with you about the situation. They're just appreciative that you're honest with them. And really that's what a big thing that happens with the coaching part is we get a lot of excuses or word salad at why something didn't happen. Well, it's a couple things. I either got too busy or I just didn't want to. And usually it's a little bit of the latter. And it's just because, hey, I had other stuff going on and I wanted a little bit of downtime and I just didn't feel like doing it. If you don't feel like doing it, maybe we need to reassess the goals and figure out what it is exactly that you want. And if it's really just that you got too busy, then the minute you have the downtime, you're going to pick it up and you're going to work on it. It's really that simple. When you start following the accountability for the parts of your goals and what you want in this life, you'll start following them in all aspects. You're just going to find yourself that it's just the person that who you are at the core. You're going to see that people can talk to you, that people really trust you, that they can say anything to you because they know that you're not going to judge them about not having something done. You're just going to address that it wasn't done. And that's the difference. You're not sitting there trying to get anything more out of it. You're just trying to get you over the hurdle. And that's what we're here for. So, as we speak more about accountability, and I was earlier, I said something about emotional intelligence. A lot of times, if people who are lacking in that sense, they don't really get, about apologizing to someone or taking the accountability, because it's just not the way they think. So don't wrap your head around it so much if what you're getting with accountability isn't so much about goals for yourself, but you're looking for it in someone else. Not everybody is on the same page, okay? So not everybody, like I said before, they don't all think with the same brain. So don't get yourself worked up on that. Just be the best version you can be. That's all I'm saying. Because when you are taking your accountability, it doesn't mean that someone else is going to do it in return. It just means that that's the person who you are. And those are the types of people that you want to attract. And that is when we get back into that vibration, how it works, that frequency, right? So many times when we are dealing with somebody who doesn't have the same values as you, they don't see your value, they don't see your worth, they don't see you taking accountability. What happens there is you're attracting people that aren't on the same wavelength as you. When that happens, as soon as you start getting into your own vibration, you will start attracting similar people to the same vibration. Where am I going with this? Well, when you work a little bit with law of attraction, okay, it's basically a self-fulfilling prophecy. We've heard that before. We've heard it probably more in a more of a negative context than in a positive one, but it can be in both. Self-fulfilling prophecy can be a positive aspect or a negative one. And it's basically what you think is going to happen. Okay, that is what we do with law of attraction. We are actually manifesting, correct? So let's try to make sure that we're manifesting something positive and not something on the negative. If we go into it on the negative, how are we thinking? We are thinking, oh, wow, I'm really nervous about being in this class and that no one's going to like me. And then you go into this class and you're so afraid that nobody's going to like you. And you actually start acting awkward or strange or whatever. And you made it happen. Nobody likes you. You're sitting there alone. You're not really enjoying the class. You feel like an outcast. And in this group, you're going to feel really good if you're an outcast because we love badasses, right? We love the misfits. But if you're trying to look like you're trying to fit it right in and you don't feel that good, you just made it happen. Okay? That's self-fulfilling prophecy. But on the flip side, self-fulfilling prophecy goes so hand in hand with law of attraction. Okay? I reach out to the universe. I want to receive what I give. Then you're going to start finding your tribe. You're going to start being around the people that make you feel good because you aren't going to allow in the people that don't make you feel good. Okay? So you hear about people manifesting things all the time. You can manifest these things. It is self-fulfilling prophecy. But if you're going to go into self-fulfilling prophecy, make sure it's good. Make sure you're getting something out of it that you want, okay? Not the negative aspects of things. If what If you want to be around someone who's not being forthright with you, um, just giving you excuses all the time, then keep asking for that or keep welcoming it in. Okay. If you don't want to be around that, then you don't welcome it in. I have a little saying about drama. Okay. In that when drama is in your life, it's coming from either one or two reasons. One is that you invite it, the other is that you associate with it. Well, if you don't do either, you're going to have that quiet life. Okay. I love the quiet life. There's a lot of drama going on. It isn't really for me. So you want to go and receive that type of energy that you give out. It's a soft, light energy. That's what you deserve to receive back. If you're receiving something that isn't really your flow, then you just got to try to let that go and start getting the good things. And the good things are going to come in when you're thinking positively, comfortable with yourself, what you love about yourself, what you like about yourself. I want you to do the same thing with your goals, okay? The goals that you're going to put out there, I want them to be positive, fulfilling, okay? So that self fulfilling prophecy comes on into play, that you're getting truly what you want out of this life. And the accountability factor comes on into play. So when all of a sudden you're feeling, okay, I've got to be accountable to make this happen, that means you're going to put your work in on it, right? Because nothing comes from this life for free. Everybody that I know who's put into an entrepreneurship, who has really worked hard to be in the positions that they are, they worked at it, whether it was they started it off in college or whether they just started a business on their own. They just really stuck at what they wanted to do, myself included. I wanted to keep on going with helping people. So I didn't just do the psychic work, I became a certified coach. And that to me was where I wanted to really empower people. And then I wanted to learn how to do more with that. And that's why I'm talking to you today. You just keep on pushing through and past the learning curves and keep trying and going with it. And you hold yourself accountable when you're not getting it done. Once you get into a vibration like that, nobody's going to stop you. You're going to completely succeed. And that is when you really start to feel things going in your favor. You start to feel like a success. You start to feel wonderful. But that accountability is so important. I can't stress it enough. And once you put that into your own part of your life, you will start looking for that in other people as well. And once you find that tribe that you're to be around, that accountability is going to make so much sense. You're just going to have so much trust, so much integrity, so much character that people are really going to enjoy your presence. They're going to want to be around you and they're going to want to flow the way you flow. So keep on working with that. Keep trying to get those goals completed. Like I said, you can cross things off a list. You can use a friend to just say, hey, let me check in with you once a week. And could you make sure that I did this? Maybe you actually go and get a coach and have us help you. If you're interested in that, you can talk to me anytime. My Facebook is Queen Christine. It's Kristene at gmail.com or hotmail.com or Christine Queen of Cups on Facebook. And I can help you with action plans and getting those goals completed. I would also love to hear back from you at what kind of goals you had, what you did to help accomplish them, make those goals complete, and also what else you would like to hear from on this show. We can go for anything at all. We can do a little psychic work, we can do some more coaching. I'm looking forward to the next one. I think we might go into a little bit of a communication breakdown and go from there, how we can talk to people and get things just to go a little bit smoother in our relationships. That's always a fun one to do too. Until then, I hope you have a fabulous day. I hope you keep on going with those goals. I hope you picked up from something with all of this today. And I look forward to the next time. So until next time, I love you. I believe in you. Keep it real.